Team. There we go. Sometimes when I look and I can't see where the camera is, I'm like, there you are. Welcome to Live with John. I'm your host, John Osgood. How you doing? Today, oh man, I'm just going to be going over the stuff that has been keeping me busy for the last 3 weeks, it seems like. Where are my notes? I had notes, and right here, right behind me. But I have been ridiculously busy over the last couple weeks. That's why I wasn't here last week, and I apologize. I'm sorry. I know you guys out there are like, John, where are you at? We need you. And I need you guys. So, but yeah, I was really into a big deadline, and I just needed the extra couple hours that I do this show to get further, to get ahead, But yeah, things have been super busy. What am I working on right now? I am working on this interior gym mural for this gym called Lux Gym in Dublin, California. And the mission is, it's always fun when somebody comes to you and it's like, we're just looking for something fun and interesting and cool to put up on your wall, and we like your artwork. And I'm like, thank you. But now I've got this woman I had made a painting of, but then I gave her like this mechanical hairdo that if it's like a long piece and sort of horizontal like this, and then there's like this sides, the top and bottom right here, the woman's head's right here, and she's looking that way, but her hair is all mechanical, and then it starts to dissipate and go into streaks. And then down here is Lux Gym, their logo. And I've been drawing on it the last 2 days. I just got started on Tuesday because on Monday I turned in that panel piece that I was working on outside. I'd take you outside to show you what it is, but it's not even a wall anymore. I tore down the wall because I needed to tear down the wall to make the apparatus to make them level in the back of my truck. They got out there. They were offloaded, put onto a pallet, and let's see if we can do it right now. This is the Los Cerros one. And this was a totally fun piece to do. It was way cool being at school talking to all these kids, and during their lunch, you'd come over and ask me a whole bunch of questions. Where did I start on this one? I think I usually try to start with things that I deem easier, and I think I started off with the rocks down in here, and then just work my way back. But when I do start with stuff in the foreground right here, you get more potential to drop jazz and spritzers on it. So, it's always a little tricky. But I started here, went to the bushes, and then I started doing this abstracted Mount Diablo type thing in the background. And then after that, I'm like, I have to start with this stuff on the side. Trying to paint halftones wasn't the easiest of things. But I think it has like a really fun wave going into it, So what I tried to do, let's see if I can sneak in just a little bit closer. It still looks a little fuzzy, doesn't it? What I tried to do is like I would give it one coat, and then like to about right here, I would do a second coat, but I would only go to right about there. So this one only has one coat back in here when I'm working on the yellows. And then I'd give like a third or a fourth in here. But then I would tape it off, and I would spray the Mystic, the half clear, half black, going this way, and try to shade it a touch more, making all this other stuff fade back into the background. I think this one turned out pretty good. All right, let's go to the next piece. This is what it looked like after I got done taking that all the panels apart. And this part back here was the 10 foot by 5 foot. Uh, this is the 10 foot by 5 foot piece that I was putting in the back of my truck. But yeah, it was a mess back there for a little bit. It is cleaned up now, but it was definitely a mess. And that's what it looked like with like the frame of it all torn down. And that's what it looked like before I had it all squared away and taken down. And that, I think that was the second to the last. I needed one more panel because you can see it doesn't say elementary. Beckman Elementar Ta Elementa. So there's an RY over here. But then these panels were all like these color bands, and then there were some words like friendship, giver, unity, stuff like that down there. What do we got? This is the new piece that I'm working on. You really can't see too much because it's really light pencil, but I got to about right here. I got to about right here. And then I got this stuff to do tomorrow, and then the Lux Gym logo goes right there. This is a picture of us driving out to Modesto, and this is what it looked like with that thing hanging out the backside of our truck. It was hairy, and it definitely bounced up and down every once in a while. I had bungee cords on there, but I didn't have like one of those sticks that you can twist it and then it expands out and holds things down. I wish I had one of those. That probably would have been a clever thing to have purchased before taking this on a journey. This is something nobody needs to partake in, and this is the Anal Angst X Hot Sauce. I jumped into this on Sunday night, and let's just say couple days after, I was still going like, did I break my body? What happened? Yays and nays. Yays and nays. What do we got for the yays and nays in here? So we can just take that one out. Is that a good spot? That's a good spot. And check this bad boy out. So this is one I was working on last night, trying to figure out something that's going on here. It's got a couple wheels down here. You know, this could be pushed into the background. I'm not quite sure what that is. I don't know. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll put it in the yays. We'll put that in the yays pile. This was the finished one. This was the finished one. I call this one Is Anyone Out There? And I feel like this is like a microphone over here. There's like a little beep, 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 beep. And this could be a person or it could be two people working the microphone. But kind of think about it like you see in like dystopian type of movies or horror movies where zombies have taken over and, you know, you're just on the radio, you know, calling people and saying like, hey, anybody out there? I wonder how people like figure that jazz out. It's like, oh, the world came to an end, and well, I need to make a radio to see if anybody else is out there. That would not be me. I'd be like, where's water? How do I cook food? How do we hunt? I'll probably start drawing. Oh, world came to an end. Let's figure out how we're gonna draw this one out of not out of commission. That one goes in the done pile. Oh, what's going on with this one? Why is it this guy's got a Viking hat on? Square dancing Vikings? I'm going to put that in the work on pile, but I'm not going to work on it. I'm not going to work on this one. Come on, John. This was so much fun right here. And then it just sort of like, it lost its luster. Maybe I just get away from it. Maybe I destroy this one and paint right here, down this way, and just blow it up with a light color. Okay, good call. I'm going to get to, holy smokes, check this jazz out. So what do we got here? We got neon orange, we got a scarf with charms, little J, joint, old man joint up there, whose birthday it is. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Jeremy. Happy birthday to you. And then you got Family Teeth right there, and Starhead Boy, and Job. Pepper Jack is in there. And like everybody gets in there. Well, maybe I buffed that one out because that's like what happened with those people. I don't know how many people want to buy a painting that says "Growy Scroties," so I painted over it. But you got a little nugget of that right there, and people be like GROW screw. What does this say, John? I'm like, well, funny story. And then I will tell them what it was about. But maybe I'll work on this one today. Who knows? It kind of looks like this is like a shawl. Like this is a Macho Man Randy Savage like robe right here, and then the neck would be there. But I don't know. The head's turned around. I don't know. Okay, I'm not working on that one. That's in the no pile. That's in the no pile. I'm down to the no pile now. Ooh, yes, you're right. You're like, John, do something with this one. You just keep passing on it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that one. Now it looks like Robot Surfer, but I'm trying to decide whether what is Robot Surfer now. I don't know. I'm not gonna work on that one. Oh, Cats Ahoy! We can do that. We can do whatever we want. This one, I'm gonna hold off on this one until I figure it out. You know what I need to do right now? What I need to do right now. This is throwing me off. I was sizing it for a particular size of frame, but this thing right here totally throwing me off. Let's just cut that shit off, right? Sorry, Henry. If you're on here, Henry, I didn't. Uncle John doesn't say. Okay, let's just say I'm sorry and move on. Total bullchoni. Oh, I need thick paint. I need some thick paint, something that's not loosey goosey. Let's see what this does. Is this thick? Is this going to be some thick paint? But yeah, I don't want to use a ton of that. Okay, don't want to use a ton of that. All right, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I'm there, right here. Check this jazz out. This stuff is pretty thick. Got my good old Bob Ross painting knife right here. We're just going to take a generous portion. We're just going to put it right up top. Put it right up top. It's heavy, Trying to fill in some of these spots right there. Oh, beautiful. Nice. Just throw that in the water. Then we're going to take out the travel dowel. What is this thing called? The scraper. And I'm not going to do like a totally hard press down because then I'm most likely wiping it away, making this go like concave, and then I'm skirting over everything. I want to get it into the grooves, and then, oh, yeah, you're right. You're like, John, mask that off. You are so glad I got you guys on my team. Always out there, and you're like, John, this is what you wanted to do. And I'm like, yeah, so, oh, yeah, you're right. All right. And it's going to get into those cracks right there. I don't care if like hammering it down there because I'm wiping it away, but it will defeat its purpose if I sneak it under there. So, all right, let's see how this looks. With a medium pressure. Oh, not bad. I probably should just leave it. Dang it. I want to do it one more time. And it barely changed, so maybe that was, yeah. And then, you know what I got to do? I got to come back in with a blue and dictate how I want this to look and try to get away from these lines that we've got going on here. All right, what do we got in here? We could do pink. Okay. Let's see what it looks like with a pink. I'm gonna move you. All right, we are just.
Open says me, command, listen, obey. Sifting centuries under demand, hand slap, hand tan. Tarnished and ridiculed, fool's gold sold sails on the open sea. Blatant disregards peddling openly, scaring the uneducated, hoping to be safe, baby, right, correct. Inspect the question, then hit the deck. Take the neck till the last breath breathes. Don't let them steal what we fought for with so much ease.
Oh, hey, Jeremy, the missus says happy birthday to you. She wanted to make sure she got that across and conveyed that. But these colors that I'm using right here, Michelle and I and Lou were in Paris. This show. It was the Picasso Immersive. There was another artist there. I can't remember who the artist was, but nonetheless, we saw both shows. But the Picasso one was ridiculous. You know, I've never been to one of those immersive shows, but they talk a little bit about each artist. You know, they have words, but every wall, every surface, everything has like these videos going on. I mean, there was this one where you walk over the small little bridge and underneath there's water, but there was a projector down into the water of Picasso stuff. I'm a fan of Picasso. He's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like him. And you're in a huge room too. I mean, it's like if you got like a gym that houses like, you know, 8 basketball courts, it was like a half of that. But there was this image that I saw as we were walking up these stairs, and it was sort of like this white background, and it was this sort of salmon colored, peachy colored, 2 people nude, very blocky cubist women. And I'm like, that is like so, the image was so cool. You know, I was just like, and I have a picture of it on my phone, but I just have like what I was feeling at that time. And then I started making this little piece in here. And I was like, oh man, I really want to do like an homage to the 2-pack of women. I'll probably just do one right here so I can get a little bit more detail in it, because I mean, what is this? This is a 9x12 I got going on here. I think that's what it is. But anywho, I wanted to do like a nude woman here. Oh, you know, I'm so excited about my buddy Josh. I'm going to be seeing him on the 29th for the minute thing. I gave him a panel that I had started, and it was on wood, and it was like a brown background, but it looked like a nude woman kneeling. And Josh, we're going to use a little bit of an orange, an orange color here. All right, she resting her. So yeah, this is where I felt most comfortable, and I like that it's got a little bit of a border around here. Boop, 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 boop. You know, it's like a pinky and a ring finger. Mark McGrath. Okay, Jeremy Candy Tay said wood. Mark McGrath. That's what Dan said. Mark McGrath. So I was right on the McGrath. Oh man, that is nowhere near straight. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Let's find a color to put in there. Let's make it all blue. Let's make it all blue. Oh, yeah. Woman. Dun, 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 dun. Rotu, britu, be my woman. I think that is the Everly Brothers, if I'm not mistaken. I like that I've got space on the wherever it gets close. You know, I could shave this just a touch. Shave it just a touch. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Shave It Just a Touch. I'm your host, Devin Wilbury. Devin Wilbury. And I'm here to tell you it's time to shave. Devin Wilbury. It's time to shave. Hey, everybody. Devin Wilbury. Oh, my gosh. He has an informational Saturday morning show. It's like 10 minutes. But he teaches all the new kids who are starting to get like mustaches how to shave. You mean you guys didn't watch that type of stuff growing up? Ken Tram was. What channel was Ken Tram? Was he Como? I think he did a little moonlighting for King 5. You know, he jumped around when his contract was up or something like that. Ken Tram, that is so funny. Doing orange on pink, doing orange on pink. We're just gonna slather down this and just put it right here. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm gonna take this bad boy and just give it a quick, easy pull down, and at the same time, just sort of pulling that down. Oh, you know, I'm going to do one up because, oh, beautiful. I love it. All right, so this woman right here, I wanted to keep this a little bit of her face, and then her name right here. It's like Jillian Peppers, salad chef. I'm liking how that's turning out. Oh man, I wish you could see the details and the juicy halftones she's got going on. This was a picture I found in a newspaper when we were cleaning out my parents' house, and all these newspapers got thrown away. I mean, just tons of newspapers. Like, it would have taken me a full day to go through and try to find the reason why it was like such a big deal of a paper. But I got one of the Sonics the day after the Sonics won the championship. I got that newspaper. I got another one that was when John Lennon was shot. The day after John Lennon was shot, they had it was like front page news. See, there he is. Family teeth with points. Never sure of the route, some never taken. At least I explore, impossible or mistaken. Franz B. All right, team. Well, hey, I'm glad you guys got to see some of these pieces that I've worked on for a while. I've been working on this since 2023. What is this one? This was the first one done. 2023, January of 2023. So, like, these pieces I most likely have been working on since 2022, which is crazy. But I'm glad you guys are all following along and checking it out. I'm sorry I missed last week. I was just super busy, and I'm like getting to that point again. I haven't even put out a post since like I couldn't do it last week. So the week before, 2 weeks ago, I had I tried editing something, but it just wasn't coming to me like quick. And on top of that, being super busy, it just didn't happen, and I apologize. I'm still working on that piece, but it's not a priority right now. But I'm so glad I got to come out here and do this and have everybody come out here and talk and chat. And happy birthday to Jeremy. Tomorrow night is a Weird Wednesday on Thursday with Jeremy and Starhead Boy. So check that out on Candy Teeth Network on YouTube Live. There we go, YouTube Live. He comes on around 7:30, 7:40ish. Check him out. They always have some fun stuff going on there. I love it when they do secrets because you always find a little bit of like some weird memes, videos, and stuff like that, and then it turns into like a whole conversation. So check those guys out. Neon Orange, he's got some music coming up. I'm excited about that. My buddy Dan said he got his computer fixed, and he's like been jonesing to create some music. So Dan's gonna have some music coming out here pretty soon, and I'm saying it on this so everybody's hearing it. So Dan, you need to make that music. What else? What else? We listened to a bunch of S Crow. You can find him on Spotify. You can hear him on all the platforms. But I'm really excited about working on this next project. I can't wait to show some highlights once I start painting. I've been doing a ton of drawing right now. I love how this one started. I love the start to this one. This one feels really neat. But yeah, I'm so glad I get to do this and show you guys how I make it happen. And I'm glad I get to let you guys in a little bit on how I do it. The thought process, and actual paint to paper too is always interesting. But thank you guys so much for taking a peek. Um, Most likely I'll be here next week. Yeah. Um, and yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week. All right.
Open says me, command, listen, obey. Sifting centuries under demand, hand slap, hand tanned. Tarnished and ridiculed, fool's gold sold sales on the open sea. Blatant disregards peddling openly, scaring the uneducated,
Hi,
hoping
team.
to be